Hey my friends, how's it going? Hey, thanks for joining me on my 17th video on my journey to the old world. Hey my friends, thanks for liking and watching. You know, it means a lot to me and I really appreciate it, my friends. I really do. I think it's fabulous that we can share this hobby together, Even though I'm in a different time zone and a different place and maybe in a different part of the world, we can share this love of Warhammer, my friends. Either 40K, Age of Sigmar, Warhammer. I just think it's neat that we can connect, Because like in my real life, I only got like a handful of people I can talk to about this. And I imagine it's the same for you. So that's why it's really cool for us to be able to sit together, hang out, work on the models, talk about stuff. God, pardon me. So, I had my 750-point game yesterday, and I didn't do too well, my friends. The Bretonians are pretty brutal, okay? They're very fast. Now, my idea of being in the marching column, so I had for my other room for my other troops to move, that was a great idea if I was on another infantry army. But man, the Bretonians were on me before I knew it, okay? Hey, while we're chatting, let me just, we'll put some stuff together, okay? What we're going to be working on, my friends, is the Squig Hoppers from the Vanguard box, okay? Because my fine cast Squig Hoppers were breaking, my friends. So, you see how they have that little stand and they're kind of on there all funky? Well, I was breaking off. So what I planned on doing anyways was cutting those little poles off and putting like a little needle in the middle, like a little piece of wire, like a stiff, like, metal rod. So it looks like they're jumping in the air. So I kind of planned on, but I had a couple of these guys break, the little base part broke off, so they had to like lay in the little trays. It wasn't as thematic, but that's okay, because I got these nice plastic ones in this box right here, my friends. And I pretty much bought this for the night goblins, but these Squig Hoppers are pretty cool. So we're going to be building those for now. Can I get it back up there? Sure can. Alright, so here we go. So I already got the sprues I needed separated, and I've actually looked at the instructions, and I even watched the video, which was good because I was trying to do it the wrong way. Yep, I totally had it upside down, friends. So now it's going to make total sense. Well, now it's going to work. See, I had the body this way, and I was trying to force it in. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're just going to work on our Squig Hoppers. We'll talk about our game. We'll hang out for a little bit. We got about an hour, my friends. I have to work tomorrow. That's good. We know an hour is plenty of time. So I should be able to bust out this unit. At least, at least part of it. So, my friends, my best friend Jesse and I, like we're old school Warhammer players. We've been playing, a long time. My friend Jesse even longer than myself, I started playing 6. Okay, but the point of the story is man, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Oh yeah, we've been doing like 500 points. We've been doing like escalation because we're learning the new rules. Okay, we haven't played since 8th edition. So for our first game was 500. Yesterday's game was 750, and our upcoming game is going to be 1,000. We're going to start playing every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we're going to play a game. That's a little easier to schedule. Oh, I glued it to my finger. There it goes. Ooh, see, that looks a lot better. That's going to be nice. These are going to get it pretty quick. I just need to put a little less glue. Yeah, so our next game is going to be 1,000 points, which is really going to open it up for me, because now I can bring a magic standard. I'll have access to more points. Okay, so the thing about it is so, hold on, let me get this guy glued together. I'll hold it. So I had my spear unit lined up in the marching formation. I got photographs. I just didn't take videos yet because we're too busy looking in the books. But I got some photos. I'll have to post them somehow, okay? So, I got my guys in the marching formation. I got my general in there. Now, for my army, I have a limit for magic banners. I can't have any magic banners till I'm 1,000 points, okay? So, I took a level 2 shaman, a level 1 shaman. I had my general, who was basically, he had light armor. He had the troll trousers. He had the potion of speed, which I forgot to use. And then he had the biting blade, which was awesome, my friend, because it had armor bane and -2 to AP. Okay, and then basically, so it's not too bad. My guy has like 4 attacks. You know, he's a bargain. He's total. Okay, there you go. There's our first body. Okay, that's not bad. So I had my 2 units of Squig Hoppers, 5 each on the sides. Okay, so he had bowmen here. He had bowmen over here. I had my I had bowmen over here, and I had bowmen right here. So I had like a pincher thing going on where I had shooting support, and then I had my main combat, and then my fast moving troops to hit on the side. Okay. Now since the Squig Hoppers are compulsory movement, and they also have the thing where I have to roll to make sure they don't charge. So basically, the Bretonnians let me go first. Okay, so if you're playing a Bretonnian player, if they let you go first, then they get a blessing from the lady. Okay, they get a blessing. So my opponent let me go first. Now the marching thing was a good idea if they weren't so fast. I totally forgot how fast the Bretonnians were. Okay, so my Squig Hoppers basically were like kind of like a screen in front of me as I marched my guys up. Okay, now on their first turn, bam! They totally charged the Squig Hoppers that were like right here in front of my guys. You know, that were screening on this end. Guys, a screen here and a screen here, and they hit these guys, right? And they blew through them. They blew through them, and then he overran, and he clipped this corner right here. Now we're talking about Knights of the Realm, the standard basic core ones, right? So what he had he had 2 units of 10 bowmen, okay, and then he had the Knights of the Realm with his general and a BSB with the magic banner, because the Bretonnians had no limit on the magic banner, okay, and so so they blasted through those Squig Hoppers like they were like tissue paper, but that's okay because they're only 66 points, and that's their job. They're a throwaway unit that can attack once and have punch. But like I said, it was better to slow him down and kind of break his charge, you know, a little bit. So, but he did blow through the Squig Hoppers and then hit my unit, which basically brought him in combat with us. And then, so my Squig Hoppers basically hit his flank, and then now on my turn, now because he overran, it really wasn't like a combat he can do. It was like for the next turn, I guess. And so what happened was, on my turn, I let my 2 fanatics out. God, pardon me, I'm really raspy. Allergies are really bad today. So I let my 2 fanatics out. They blasted through his knights. Okay, so he had 2 characters and then a unit of knights. So he had enough to make a lance formation with an extra guy in the back. It didn't give him the full rank attack, but it allowed his he allowed his general and his BSB. Now the way the lance attack worked was he had the BSB in the front, and then a general and another knight in the second row. So it was like 1, 2, and then like a Christmas tree, the lance formation. So yeah. So basically, the nice thing about it is my spearmen did really good. Okay, they did really good. They didn't really crumble. I lost a couple of guys, but the thing about it is the fanatics, my friends. The fanatics destroyed all the common knights. Okay, so on the fanatics, it's D5, strength 5, armor piercing 3 hits. Okay. And both my fanatics rolled a 6, okay? So I had 12 strength 5 armor piercing 3 hits, and 11 of them hit. Even though he had a regen save and all this stuff, man, that dissolved. So all we had left was a general and a BSB, okay? That's what was left of that unit. And unfortunately, my wizards were too far and weren't able to cast spells on the bowmen, but were able to cast spells on the knights, but my spells weren't going through. And then, because she was able to dispel them. And then so we had basically the knights and then we also had Grail knights, 3 of them, with the damsel coming up on my flank. Okay, so the wizard. A level 1 wizard and bowman were facing off them, and I was trying to shoot at them. So I kept trying to do itchy nuisance on them, but it wasn't working because she kept dispelling it with no problem, And because it's such a low level spell, and she's a damsel, so she out-magicked me on that end. And so then, okay, I should be cutting one of these guys out while I'm talking. Okay, there's number 1. yeah. So after the fanatic, and this is all happening like on turn 2, my friends. On turn 2, it was like bam, the game exploded. So on turn 2, these guys were already on me, and we were in combat. It was crazy fast. Actually, turn 1's when they actually charged me. Because they were that close. Because I went first. Yeah, okay, looking for parts number 1 now. Yeah. So yeah, but the fanatics, man, they were amazing. They did their job. They just totally destroyed that unit. Okay, I'm looking for number 1. Okay, so here's the number 1 body. We're looking for a hind leg and a jumping leg. 17, 11, 3, 7. It might be another sprue. 6, 2, 16, 12. It's funky how they number these things. Let me look over here. It could be on this one because of the shape. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for the numbers. That might be oh, that's on the other side. Hold on. So we're looking for number 1. Okay, hold on. 11, 3, 21. Huh. Okay, well, there's 2. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, it'll be 1, 2, and 3. That's how it's going to go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So I'm looking for leg B2 and B3. That makes more sense now. That makes total sense. Okay. Got a pardon me, friends. It's been a long day. Long and busy. I took a nap like most of my day. I wasn't that busy. Okay, hold on. Is that the right one? Better make sure I'm cutting the right one. Yes, I am. But yeah, so basically, so it was my turn, and so basically we're still locked in combat already. Okay, so even though my fanatics destroyed pretty much that whole unit of knights, it did not count toward my combat resolution, even though it was in that battle. It could be happening before. Fanatics are weird, my friends. The whole fanatic thing is weird. But so all I had to left to fight was basically going to be just a BSB and the general. Okay, so what I did is I had 8 spearmen who were able to fight the BSB. Okay, so I had 8 attacks, and then well actually it was set. Yeah. Now the thing about it is because I was still in my marching formation when these guys hit me, I was not able to get any rank bonuses, and my fighting was a lot thinner. So I was pretty, oh man, I was over a barrel. Okay. So what I did is I called out a challenge. So I had my general challenge his general. Okay. Now the thing about it is being a Bretonnian, he cannot turn down that challenge. If he turns down the challenge, then he loses his blessing that he got at the beginning of the game by letting me go first. Remember that, my friends. Anytime the Bretonnian character passes on the challenge, they lose that blessing of the army. So that's a good way to. So now, so we're talking about a guy on a horse fighting my night goblin. All right. Now, okay, let's get this guy together. Ooh, that's gonna look nice. He's gonna be way up in the air. It's gonna be kind of cool. Yep. Oh, you know what? I should be cleaning these models up before I start. Man, you can't even tell there's a mold line on there. But yeah. So this is all on turn 2. Okay, this is all on turn 2. So what happens is I kill this general. My night goblin kills a Bretonnian knight on a horse. Boom, kills him. So what happened so first he hits, his initiative was better than mine, so he got to go first. He was initiative 7, and I think I was, oh God, well, he went first. Even his horse went before me. I think that's how it was. Or me and the horse went at the same time. But yeah. So he went first, rolled pretty bad. When I'm saying he, I mean the Bretonnian knight. Okay. So yeah, so the Bretonnian, so the Bretonnian knight went first, missed. Actually I think it did manage to get a hit on me, but because I had the trousers, I made the regen save, which was pretty nice. So that item pays for itself. Now the troll trousers is a neat item because now it goes over mundane armor. Okay, I don't think you can put it over magical armor. Okay, but you can put it over existing armor. It bumps your armor save up. So I went from light armor save to the next one, to the next better armor save, plus a pretty decent regen save on top of that. So that was pretty nice. It's a bargain. It's a bargain point wise. And then I took the biting blade, which is in the book, and that's like a 25-point item. So my guy had a pretty decent amount of attacks. So I basically rolled. I think I had 4 attacks. I was on fire. My rolling was really good that night. So I made 3 of my hits, and then when I went to wound, when I rolled the wound, I got 2 6s, which was my armor bane. Okay, and so basically my general took out his knight. It was pretty awesome, okay? But it still wasn't enough, my friend, because his BSB managed to kill enough of my Squig Hoppers and a couple of spearmen, and they had his banner. He didn't have ranks anymore, but he still had his magic banner. I had no ranks at all, and so so I should have won, okay, but I didn't because I lost in combat resolution. So my guys, I'm leadership 6, so I'm rolling pretty low. I'm rolling pretty bad anyways. So I roll, I miss my leadership, and I break and I run, okay? I break and I run, and this Bretonnian BSB chases me off the table. Now the only redeeming factor is that BSB went off the table as well, okay? But still, my friend Jesse still had 2 units of bowmen, 3 Grail Knights, which were the good knights, okay, and a damsel. So, and then all I had left was my wizards, and then my bowmen. I had like no power, no punch, and I was over a barrel, and there was no way I was gonna win. There was no way I was gonna be able to stop those knights, because even though there's only 3 of them, the Grail Knights they're crazy powerful. So basically, I conceded the game, but it was fun. It was a fun game. There was no way I was going to win, and there was no way I was going to win, and I knew it. So there's no point in dragging it out when we could. So basically, we still stayed the same amount of time we would have if we played it out. But instead of spending that time getting frustrated because I know I lost when playing it out, we spent that time looking around the game store, talking to the owner, window shopping. So it was a pleasant experience. So, I had a lot of fun. Now, the cool part about it is even though I lost, I still killed the Bretonnian general. So that felt good, So it was still a little victory. It's not a big deal. It was very fun. I had a great time. Winning is not the whole thing, okay? Having fun is the thing, And I got to meet another patron who comes in all the time. We got to talk to the owner. The owner came in and gave us rule advice. It was very nice. It kind of brought everybody in as a little group. It was fun. Now, both of my okay, so I got to tell you, both of my losses were very narrow because of mistakes I made, okay? So I don't feel bad about that. The fact that I killed his general in both games. So with the same build, okay? So no, the first time I killed his general just with fanatics. Yeah. So, it's good. So I got a great build. My Night Goblin's a beast, okay? So now at 1,000 points, it's going to be pretty fun. Okay, so we're looking for, here we go, here's our next one. Yeah, so now at 1,000 points, I'll be able to bring in some artillery if I wish. I'll have more points, maybe I can bring in some trolls. I could bring in a giant. Because just an extra 250 points, which will go pretty quick, The upgrade from 500 to 750 really wasn't that much. I think, oh geez, okay, so I had, pretty much I brought, oh yeah, I didn't bring much. I changed them from hand weapons to spears. I think I brought maybe 4 more guys than last time. The difference is I brought a shaman instead of another character, and then one was a level 2 shaman, and my build was the same. I still had 2 units of Squig Hoppers, yeah. So basically, that extra 250 points was soaked up by having 2 wizards, one level 2, one and level 1, and magic items. That's pretty much what did it, you know. It goes fast. Okay, so that was, hold on. I gotta stop gabbing and paying attention here. Okay, that was number 10. So now we're looking for, okay, here's number 12. I think it's gonna be like 11. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm not cutting that piece. That's such a cool little piece. There it goes. Okay, now we're looking for, okay, looking for a hind leg. Okay, right there, 11. There it is. Yeah. So the Squig Hoppers, I'm okay with them being a disposable unit as a throwaway that's quick. Because they have the random movement and impetuous, it makes them hard to control. So only with 5 of them being 66 points, and that's with them, with one of them being a boss, so they get an extra attack. The Night Goblin gets the extra attack, not the Squig. Okay, but yeah. But it's a good get in their way unit that's cheap and disposable. That's fast. Okay, that goes on this side right here, doesn't it? Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. No wonder it didn't want to fit. Okay, here we go. But yeah. So I feel hopeful about my games. I don't mind because every loss is a learning as an experience. It's a learning experience. Now I just got to remember, if I'm playing another infantry unit, kind of like army, like I was, like mine is, then starting off in the marching column is an okay idea because I'll have a time to reform. But any army that's going to be fast, you know, it's not a good choice. That's what kind of really impacted me and kept me from winning the game because I should have won. If I would have had my horde, my you know, if I would have had all my bonuses, I would have won. I would have won, and then I would have took out that BSB on the next turn because my general would have challenged him. But that's okay. I'm all right with it, you know, because it's a live and learn situation. Plus, it's not life or death, my friend. Maybe for these models it's life or death, but you know, the whole idea is to be hanging out with your buddies, having some friends. Now I can start chiding my friend about how his Bretonnian general got killed by a Night Goblin, you know, so. God, I wish I had some Bretonnian bits, because then I would put like a helmet, like on his shoulder, like it's like a trophy. I'll have to track down a Bretonnian head. I'll get one. I might even have one, for all I know. And I could put it on his shoulder like a skull or something, like his empty helmet all battered up like a trophy. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. These guys are pretty neat. Man, look at that dynamic pose. And what's nice is this little, even though it looks all flimsy, it's pretty stiff. Now these Finecast guys, man, they were, oh God. I'm going to have to cut the little pole that came on them, which I should do anyways. And then I found my pin drill, by the way. And then I'll drill a little hole, and I'll get some really thin wire from the craft store, and you know, from like the train department. And then I put them on a little rod. So that's why it looks like they're near and sturdier. So I plan on doing that anyways. But these are the ones I'll start taking in the battle, which would be these cool plastic ones. So I have 10 Finecast Squig Hoppers. And I want to say I have maybe 2 or 3 of the metal ones. Because the metal ones, God, I want to say they either came 1 or 2 to a box. They came in a blister pack, my friend. Is what the metal ones came originally, if I remember correctly. God, I don't have a lot of metal ones. It's been so long. Hey, my friends, you know, if I'm wrong about the information, please feel free to correct me in the comments. I won't take it personal, like you're trying to one-up me and stuff, because I gotta tell you, my friends, it's been a long time since I bought this stuff and messed with it. And I'm 60 years old, and the memory's not, I mean, I'm so sharp as a tack, my friend, but the tack's kind of old and rusty. So please feel free to correct me if I'm saying the wrong name of the character, or or if I get the prices wrong. Just let me know. I don't care. I don't take it personally. I'm always glad to relearn stuff, and what that does is that'll create a communication between us, and that brings us closer together. All right. So far I got 3 guys on their bases. Not too bad, my friends. So we're not going to build them all. If I can get all 10 of the legs ready, so now what I do now is your next step is you put the mouth on. So first it's like, then you put, there's an inner part on with the tongue, then the mouth, and then the rider. So we got 10 of these guys in the box. We're going to focus on just getting it to this stage, okay? Because even though it's super glue, you want to give it time to dry. I'm using the gel-based super glue, so I had a little time to wiggle it. So, basically, I want to make sure everything's dry and before I go on to the next stage of gluing. If we don't get it all done in one night in a video, it's okay, because it's all about us hanging out and spending this hobby time together, Yeah, so I felt really good about killing the general, okay? It was really cool. So basically, I had a potion of speed, which would have allowed me to have the same initiative as his guy was, but I forgot to use it. So what I need to do, my friends, is I need like a little cheat sheet, okay? I just need a little sheet telling me, what I have, when to use it. I'm still remembering, I'm still getting the order wrong, Now, if I would have, I still killed his general anyways, it wouldn't have mattered, but it would have been cool to have both our guys go at the same time, But, next time around, But it was a lot of fun. It was a blast. It was a blast. And the game store had some beautiful tables with some awesome terrain. I did take some photographs. Now, the thing about it is, my friend, is right now, I'm not the most tech-savvy guy. I put my computer together. I'm like more mechanical that way. But when it comes to the software and making things work, I struggle a tiny bit. So right now, I'm watching videos on how to make a video using montage pictures. So I took some pictures of the game. I want to be able to like post them and give you a one by one, which I pretty much did now. But it's kind of nice to see the photographs. We didn't take a lot of photos. The game didn't last too long. Once my best friend Jesse and myself can play a game without looking at the book for like every minute, then we'll start filming. Because I got permission to film, okay? So I got the green light. I talked to the store manager. He's totally cool with me filming in the store with a tripod and my camera, basically my phone. But I want to make sure that my friend Jesse and myself can play smooth without having to refer to the rules like every action. Because that's not entertaining, You want to be able to see some action and some, some gameplay. God, these guys are funky. That's how they go. Yeah. So there will be videos of games coming on, and by then there'll be bigger games, Because these little short games, they pretty much last about, a couple of turns. So far, both of our games ended about turn 3, but you got to figure we're bringing in some small units. Okay, so the Bretonians was like 1 unit of knights. And then 3 Grail Knights, because the Grail Knights, you can bring those in a unit of 3. So those guys, because they're almost like individual character knights. Those guys are brutal, okay? They're brutal, and the only reason why my friend brought 3 is because of the points limitation. Now, I'm going to be fighting a full unit of those guys, okay? So here's the lesson I learned, okay? So what I gotta do is, now the bowmen, I can have a fanatic in that unit as well. So it's just any unit of night goblins that are infantry, okay? So now, if I would have had fanatics in those bowman units, I would have had a chance to maybe, you know, tie the game, okay? But there was no way I can take those knights out. So what I need to do in the bigger games is I have to make sure every night goblin unit, pardon me, has a fanatic, okay? Because those fanatics, man, they pack a lot of power. Even though more than likely they're going to come back and hit me, that's okay, because that's how it goes. Now, if they were orc wizards, it would have been no big deal. I would have said, bring it on, and they would have been thumping heads, okay? But that's different, you know. I don't think I even could have brought an orc wizard in that point level. I think I have to be at 1,000 points to bring a lot of stuff. But that's our next game. Our next game's gonna be 1,000 points. So what it is I'll bring in 1,000 points of night goblins. So we're gonna bring in probably like 20. We're gonna bring in like 4 units of 5 squid hoppers. My friend is not fond of the squid hoppers because they got. It's not really the night goblins. It's the actual squig that has that strength 5, armor piercing 3, armor. Man, their attack is ridiculous. Okay, but they only get like 1. But that's all you need if you have enough of them. You know. But the thing is it's hard because they move in your compulsory. So you just kind of have to guide them, and they're like crazy. They're squigs. So it is what it is. It's fun. I love this army. I've loved the Night Goblins since the Skull Pass set came out. Because before I was Vampire Counts, and then I was like Orcs and Goblins, okay? And then, so I primarily played Vampire Counts in 6th, okay? I was still playing Vampire Counts in 7th when the Skull, but at that point, I was already starting to buy the battalion boxes. I was already starting to put together the orcs and painting them. It was the monopose ones that had the blades and the bow. That's the box I bought and was already working on. That's the battalion box I was working on as well. I have 2 battalion boxes for the orcs. One I never assembled, and then another one which I did put together, okay? So by the time this box dropped, the Skull Pass, I was already making the transition to greenskins because I already played Vampire Counts for a while and I wanted to change. Because for my Vampire Counts, I was very magic heavy, a lot of spells, a lot of raising. So I wanted a different play style where it's going to be more combat, actual shooting. Because the Vampire Counts didn't really have any shooting, They have a banshee that screams at you. So that was pretty much it. I wanted a different playing style. So the Night Goblins were fun because they were wacky and predictable. They were fun. And the thing about it is since I really wasn't concerned about winning every game, having that wackiness was totally okay. Because if I won, it was cool because I had Night Goblins, If I didn't, it was okay because I had fun because I was hanging out with my friends. Okay, so this one's number 5. So we're probably looking for, here's number 6, and then here's number 7. So 5, 6, 7. That's the number of combos we're looking for. All we're going to do is just do the legs right now. So it's mostly about just hanging out, seeing what we can get done. But yeah, my friends, basically my games, I should have had another drink with me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're fine. I don't want to go over an hour anyway, so here we go. Once we get these legs done, okay, so that was 5. Wait, hold on. Let me get back to my, let me get focused again here. Here's 6. Now, a giant would be fun but he would take up the whole 250 points. Okay, so what I would do is for the 1,000 point game, I would take my existing 750 point list as is because it actually did pretty good. Okay, I would take that extra 250 points and expand my unit by probably, for one thing, I'll definitely give the Fanatics Bowman, uh, the Bowman unit Fanatics each. That's 25 points. Okay, so right there, if I gave each unit of Bowmen a Fanatic each, that's 50 points right there, my friends, okay? So that's 200 points, okay? All right, now, say I wanted to bring in some trolls, okay? Now, if I brought in some trolls, God, where's my phone? Where did I leave my phone? I meant to leave my phone handy so I can use it as a calculator. Oh, where did I see it? Do I see it anywhere? Oh, dang it. Oh, I have it plugged in. That's right, because I have to get up for work tomorrow, and I'm plugging it in. That's right. So, yeah. So, my existing list as is, add 2 Fanatics to one to each unit of the Bowmen. That leaves me 200 more points, okay? So, say I want to bring in some Trolls, okay? Now, the Trolls, they're 41 points each, and I could bring one as a unit. So, but you would want to bring in 3 minimum, okay? So, say if I did that, then we're talking like like 123 points, okay? And then that would leave me. So I would have about like 70 points left over to play with, okay? Now the thing about it is, so 70 points, and so what do I do? Do I make some of the units bigger? I can add another character, so I can add another like Night Goblin Big Boss for like 35 points, who can carry 50 points of magic items, so he can actually soak up the 70 points, and then I can put him in the unit with my level 2 wizard, or what I can even do is I can even put a 35 point character in there. He can have 50 points of magic items. I can give maybe a standard common like 15-point weapon with maybe a helmet or a shield, something basic, Or, but the thing about it is if I bring in trolls, the trolls need a babysitter because of their low leadership. And the thing about the trolls is if they have a bad roll and they get stupidity, then there's a chance that they won't move at all, okay? And and they're gonna break my line. Now, if I bring in, oh yeah, hold on, that's right. So if I bring in, okay, I add. So my current list is 750 points as it is now, okay? I add in 2 Fanatics at 50 points, and then say I add in another 2 units of Squig Hoppers. That's another 122 points. So it goes quick, So that's so I might even be a chance to it's fast. It goes fast, even though 250 points sounds like it's a lot of points. It goes quick. It goes really fast, Now, imagine the dilemma my friend's going to have because the Bretonians are more expensive. So here I am struggling with 250 points at the Night Goblin budget, which is probably one of the most cheapest armies around, So that's why I'm not really worried too much about the upscaling with my friend going to 1,000 as well, because she's going to have a major struggle because her stuff is more expensive, character-wise, So my best bet would probably be add the 2 units of Squig Hoppers, okay? Don't worry about the trolls at all. Maybe try to put in a what the goblin spear thing, the big. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe that. You know, I don't think I would have enough points for a rock lobber. That's that's pretty pricey. It might be nice to bring another character in. Because I could bring another loaded character in for like 70 points. Oh, wait a minute. My army wasn't valid. My army wasn't valid, friends. Hold on. I didn't have enough characters. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me get to my special rules. I think I made a mistake on my list so far. Hold on, wait. Give me a second here. Let me get to my army rules. Yeah. I mean, it's not like groundbreaking, like I won both games, but like I think I made a major mistake. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait. Where's my core? Okay, hold on. Work mobs, goblin mobs, something mobs. Here's the mistake I'm talking about. For every night goblin unit, I'm supposed to have a corresponding night goblin character. Okay, so I had my spearman and I had my general. Okay, and then I had, hold on, I had 2 units of bowmen with a wizard each. Okay, and then so that's my 3 characters. Okay, I had 2 units of 5 Squig Hoppers, and I should have had matching characters to unlock those units. That's right. Every Night Goblin unit has to have a either a Night Goblin Shaman or a Night Goblin Boss to unlock the unit. So at a minimum, I have to bring in a 35-point character to unlock each unit of Squig Hoppers. I didn't do that. I was short 2 characters. So I got to remember that now. So that's totally going to impact my list, okay? Now the good thing about it is I didn't win and I realized it. So now that, my friends, is going to impact my 1,000-point list right there. So for example, my current list, to make it legal, I got to spend at least 70 points just on the 2 war bosses without any upgrades, okay? So there we go, bam. So that's going to leave me 200 and, what did I say? 250, 70. That's going to leave me like 180, 180 points to add stuff, okay? So technically, oh yeah. I shouldn't even be able to bring those Squig Hoppers at that low level. I'll remember that. Yep, yep, yep. So already, my friends, my that extra 250 points for my next list upgrade is already soaked up already. Because, you know, I'm not going to bring 2 characters without magical stuff. That's just a waste, you know, because they won't survive. So you got to figure I'm going to give them at least 20 points of items, you know, the bare minimum of something, you know. And now maybe I'll make one a shaman, so I have 3 shamans going off, you know, and then another fighting character. So I don't know. But now I realize my current list was not legal. Both times. Both times my list was not legal. Because I was thinking I had to use them for infantry. I wasn't thinking about my my Squig Hoppers. But at least I realized, and I can make corrections. But that's definitely going to impact it. So right there, you know, it's all right. It's all the learning experience. Okay, so now look, what body we need now here? Okay, here's 10. There's 10. There's 12. Where's 11? There's 11. Okay, that's our next one. Well, it's good to know, I realized. And so I'll let my friend know. So we're going to be playing our games every 2 weeks. That gives us a chance to, to get other stuff done in our lives, and and then all that good stuff like that, Gives us a chance to get our armies looking good. There's no pressure to have to play like every week, Okay, where's my other jumping leg? Which one did I cut out? There's 10. All right, it's 12. We want this one right here. But yeah, now these are pretty decent clippers. Now these clippers are made for like plastic models. I have some other clippers that are similar to this that are used for like jewelry, in a cutting metal. So I use those to cut my little metal rods. So I have different cutters for different purposes. Like these are made for cutting the plastic spruce. They have a nice little inner part. They get in there really nice. They're really nice. So I only use this for plastic. I don't use them to cut anything else. You gotta take care of your tools. I haven't had to even cut much off this. This is really well designed. These are gonna look great painted up. Yeah, so an extra 250 points is not going to go far, especially if I want to add 2 more units and go 4, so I'll just have to go just 2 units. They're fast. But the nice thing about it is since I'm 1,000 points, I can now carry a magic banner. So what I'll probably do is my army won't change that much from the 750 to the 1,000 point, where mostly I'll just have a bunch of upgrades. So what I'll have is I'll have a magic banner for my unit. I'll have the 2 characters that I needed to require me to be legal, which I'll tell my friend. And then by the time they get items, so basically that 1,000 points is going to go fast. What I'll probably end up doing is basically having the same amount of forces, and I'll make them a little bit bigger. Couple more spearmen, couple more bowmen, I'll have the 2 extra characters. So we'll see what I'll do with that, These guys are such cool poses. But by the time I get done with everything, I'm gonna have like 20 something of them. That's more than enough, okay? Now, I gotta be really careful and not get into that trap of buying too much stuff. Now, as you can see from this wall behind me, I like to buy things, okay? Alright, I'll make a video where I do a little tour of my room. I got Zombicide, Warhammer, I got Pirates, I got a lot of different games in here, my friends. I got Spellfire cards. I got a bunch of plastic monster models in my closet. I got a lot of stuff, my friends. So for the last decade, so for the last maybe 15 years, I've been amassing all this hobby stuff. Plastic models, games for me and my wife to play. And the whole idea was, once I retire, I'd be doing all this stuff. Once I stop working, me and my wife would do all this stuff together. But with the heart issues I'm having and just thinking about things, it's all about doing it now and not waiting to retire, because you can go like that. You never know when it's your time. So it's all about living in the present. You should prepare for the future, but you got to live in the present too, because we're always in this moment. The future is a concept of preparing for what's going to come on your assumptions of what happened in the past and the patterns. So you really want to spend some time living now. So I decided, like, hey, I'm going to start using this stuff now, so I can live now, because with my particular problems I'm having, so my chances of having a heart attack increased by 50%. And I've already had an incident, and I've already had 2 close calls already, okay? So I just got to be careful. So that's why, my friends, it's all about doing this stuff now. I wonder how long we've been on for. We're almost done. We're almost done taking care of these guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that was leg number 2. Okay, here's number 3. Oh, I know what. The other body, I bet you I got off the other frame because I was jumping around. I'm looking for body number 1. That's over here. I saw it. Yep, number 1. There it is. Now, I did see a video that was saying that they were all pretty much interchangeable. And, you didn't have to go by the 1, 2, because they all fit. But then it gives you different angles and stuff, But I just want to make this easy and do it this way. It's all good. But yep. So my 1,000-point Night Goblin force really won't be that huge. Now the great part about it is since we're hitting 1,000 points, I'll bring up my vampire counts now, and now I'll put it into overdrive and really get them going. Because at anything less than 1,000, it's really hard with those guys because all the models are pricey. So basically, I'll start getting my vampire counts going. Now, I still need to get some primer, my friends. I don't have any primer right now, but it's okay. I still got the Night Goblins I'm working on. I still got to finish painting the bowmen, but I do need more primer, okay? I need more primer. So what I need is I need the white primer, the green primer, and I don't really need any more black primer. I'm good for that. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, black, white, and green. There's a green primer I want for my orcs. I make it a lot faster to paint the regular orcs. But I definitely want to do the undead in white, okay? Because it's a lot of skeletons. I want bright undertones, especially for the ethereal, because I'll paint them white, and then I'll dry brush them like glow in the dark, like green or blue looking colors, because they're supposed to be glowing ghosts. I ordered a bunch of 40 by 40 bases, okay? I actually ordered too many. I ordered 40 of them. I should have read the rules. For some reason, I thought I was switching all the trolls to bigger bases, okay? But they're still staying the same. My bat swarms are still the same bases. My existing spirit hosts are still the same bases. So, but I do have a lot of crypt horrors and stuff from this set that I'll use up to 40 the 40 by 40s, and then I have the trolls from this set that will use up those 40 by 40s, and then I'm gonna make a bunch of spirit hosts. I want to do like an all ethereal army. Now I was looking at the GW website, and there's some ages. I'm gonna get some BC stuff. Okay, so like I mentioned in the video before, I never had the blood dragons, the metal ones. Cause okay, so I missed out twice. Okay, cause first they were metal, and then they came out in fine cast. Okay, now they have them again in plastic, but they're a different sculpt. I want to get them, so I'm gonna get that. Okay, I don't have the Mortis engine, and I didn't have oh god, what's that other thing? Oh yeah. Now I do have the black coach. Okay, so the new black coach, which is amazing, that's 140 bucks. Okay, now I do have two of the old BC, the old ones, the little guy ones. So I'm cool with that. I just don't have a Mortis engine and a Coven throne. Okay, which is the same set. Okay, so basically, I really wouldn't be. I don't know. I kind of want it more for the Mortis engine more than the Coven throne. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna get some Blood Dragon models. I mean Blood Knights. I'm sorry, Blood Knights. And I already have a corpse card already, but I definitely need something to be the Mortis engine. But if anything, I'm definitely going to get the Blood Knights first. I can always kit bash a Mortis engine. That's not a problem, you know. But definitely I want the Blood Knights, my friend. Because I missed out on those last time. I don't want to miss out again. Now, so this sprue right here is the alternate heads for the Night Goblins that came in this set. They're like some armor guys. So I'm not gonna be using these. This will go in the bits. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. So yeah, now for the 1,000 points of vampire counts, that's gonna go fast. Because those units are expensive, but at 1,000 points, because the thing about it is I couldn't bring any Black Knights, any Grave Guard until I was at the 1,000 point level. Anything that flies, I couldn't bring into a 1,000 point level. So now my vampire count list is not going to be a large list. Like I said, same thing for my friend who's playing Bretonians. Even though we're playing 1,000 points, they're going to be small army lists still. It's not going to until we hit like 2,000 where we start seeing like the games we used to play. Which is good, because I'm not ready for big games yet, you know. In all honesty, I'm not really ready for the 1,000 points yet, but I don't want to spend too much time like learning, okay? So, you know, I just got to buckle down and read the rules, but it's hard because you got a regular life, you know, you work, you know, you got other responsibilities. Yeah, I love my hobby, but it's all about the balance, you know. My wife is only going to be cool with this hobby if I spend time with her when I'm not doing this hobby. And that's what I got to balance out. And it's even more challenging because I'm streaming all the time. Sure, my wife helps me on the Animal Crossing streams, but she's not helping me with everything. So it's all about juggling things out and balance. Now that's why doing the games every 2 weeks is going to work out nice. Because then my wife can schedule some fun time with her friend, or that same every 2 weeks. So that way when I'm out, playing with my soldiers, she likes to call them my dollies, when I'm doing that, she can be visiting with her friend. But I think a game every 2 weeks is a little more reasonable. It gives you a chance to get things done. Oh, he's gonna be cool. This guy's gonna be dynamic. Oh God, these guys are gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have to paint these like they're characters. So now, oh God, what I should do on the Squig Hoppers. Oh, okay. So instead of painting these guys black, I should primer these guys white, so I can make the Squig Hoppers the Squigs be dynamic, and then I can easily just paint the robes black. Yeah. So all the Squig Hoppers are going to have to get primered white, not black, to save time with the robe. I need to, yeah, these guys are going to be dynamic. These are going to be like character level paint jobs. Hey, we got 2 more guys, and then we're done, my friends. Because see, these sprues right here are basically the riders and the mouse, okay? So I got 2 more bases, and then we got the 10 bases. So the next time we're together, we'll be working on getting our 1,000 points wrapped up, okay? It's very fun, very fun. I really enjoy this time we spend together, even though, okay, it's a weird mindset to get into, okay? Even though I'm in a room by myself, I'm with you guys in the digital once this is up. So it's weird. So it's like when I talk to you, it's like I pause. It's like I'm giving you a chance to respond and think. It's like I'm learning. Now the good thing about it is, my friends, is I used to be a salesperson. Picture framer. So I'm used to chatting and talking and giving pauses. So it's all good, my friends. It's all good. It's totally wonderful. I really love it. I love doing the YouTube content because in my real life, I don't have a lot of friends I can share this hobby with. So the fact that I know you guys are watching this, as you're putting your models together, getting your list together, I don't feel so alone in my hobby. My wife, she's thinking about getting to 40K, but maybe she won't. And she's cool about letting me do this and spending money on it as long as I don't go crazy. But I can't really talk to her about all the games because she doesn't know all the lingo, and she just smiles politely, and just like, so this time together we spent on the video means a lot, my friends, because it gives me a chance to vent and talk about stuff, So feel free to leave comments, and I always try to respond, okay? I make it a point, I try to respond to the comments whenever I can. If anything, I leave a little heart, but I do read all the comments, okay? Because it matters to me, my friends. Because if it wasn't for you folks, I'd just be a guy talking to myself, which I'm going to do anyways, but this is nice. This is nice we could spend this hobby time together. Yeah, so pretty much I should have won, but I didn't win because, I just didn't play it right. But that's okay. I'm kind of glad I didn't win now because my army wasn't legal. So the next time I play, I'll be legal. I'll let my friend know, of course, too. I totally forgot about, in the eagerness to get my gangs going, I totally forgot about having to have a Night Goblin character to unlock every Night Goblin themed unit. So bowmen, spearmen, cave herders, Squig Hoppers, those 4 units have to have a character to unlock them. So I was short 2 characters to be legal on both my lists. That's okay. No harm, no foul. I realize I didn't do it with bad intentions. The fact that I didn't win the game helps a lot. Because then my friend or my opponent wouldn't feel like I won unjustly, you know. And that's important. It's important for you and your opponent to walk away from the game feeling satisfied, okay? You know, you could still lose a game and still have it be a fun, satisfying experience if you go in it with the right mindset and you find the right kind of people to play with, okay? So, you know, now I've only actually quit one game once where I quit halfway through because the person was an absolute jerk. It's very rare, but you know, you can do it politely without causing a scene, you know. You're not forced to play those opponents if it's not fun. Now, okay, so say for example, you're playing somebody and it's not the funnest experience because maybe your personalities don't jive, your playing style is, but say there's a reason why you don't want to play games with this person. But it's tolerable, okay? So what you do is basically you finish your game, you be cordial, you get through it, you try to have a good time, but then you just don't play that person again. You know, you just don't play. You know, if they ask you why, just say like, oh, you know, we don't got the same kind of playing style, you know, blah, 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 you know, and talk to them about other interests. Maybe you could sit with them and paint models together, you know, but, you know, just let them know, you know, don't ghost them, tell them why, you know, but it's okay to do that because you have that power, you know. If you're civil and the sportsmanship about it, it goes a long way, my friends, you know. And maybe that might make them think about how they play, you know. Also observe their personality. Maybe that's how they are, and they're just abrasive without meaning to be a jerk, you know. If you're playing, because basically, if you're playing in a store or a club, or you know, if you don't have the luxury of playing at home, but most of the time you're gonna have a small player base, you know, and so sometimes you're just not choosy about who you could play because you don't have enough opponents in your gaming group, you know. So you got to find some common ground with some of these people and try to make things work. Now that doesn't mean you have to bend over backwards and you know and let these guys steamroll you. You know that's no fun. If that's the case, you stop playing your games and you spend your hobby time just gluing the stuff together, you know, painting, and eventually you'll connect with the right people. Okay, you know, don't play with jerks just because you're desperate for games. You know. It's hard because people get emotional when they lose, you know, and we're already playing with toy soldiers already, so we're already not even like normal already, you know. So, you know, it's just like, you know, it's hard sometimes, my friend, it's hard, you know. But it's important. It's important for both people to walk away feeling like they had fun, okay? Because this game is not cheap, my friends. Well, this was like 100 and something. Now, the fact that I'm going to try to write off my taxes doesn't mean it's going to be free, okay? I still got to pay for this stuff. All it means is I'm going to probably hope to, you know, make some gains on my losses. Now, because I can write these off my taxes, doesn't mean I'm going to run off and buy a bunch of stuff, because I still live in reality, okay? But, you know, like for example, I put this on the credit card, okay? So I'll have it paid off in 2 checks. And then I won't buy nothing for a while. And then I'll put some more stuff on the credit card, you know? But I'm saving all my receipts, you know, the primer, not really the glue, but anything I'm buying from a hobby shop, anything that says like hobby shop, you know, I'm keeping that. or anything that like technical equipment I can use from Walmart. But like this kind of glue, I'm not really worried about that. It's more like the hobby stuff I'm using on camera. That's what I'm hoping to do. Because I really enjoy this, friends. I really am very thankful about this opportunity to entertain you guys and spend time with you. It's I'm lucky enough that I have a great fun hobby that's coming back after I've been in hibernation for 10 years. And it's also fantastic that I have the vehicle to share it with you. I'm not going to give you like gaming advice on how to win games, but hey, I can give you advice on how to be a good person to play a game with. I'm a grandpa. I got grandpa advice. I'm going to tell you guys. Well, okay, so here's my channel in a nutshell. You're going to see me putting together stuff, telling you like, this is how you lose, and be a nice guy about it, and I do models together as we talk. I don't win. I'm not going to win a lot of games. Most of my conversations will be like, yeah, I lost this game, but man, I sure had a great moment. I did this, I did that. And that's okay, because you know why? I don't go in trying to win games, okay? When I write my list, I don't maximize and power up my games. I don't take a list that's going to fold over. I take a competitive list, but I'm not min-maxing to get the most opportunities. I'm trying to take a list that's thematic to my theme, to my army, that fits my story, okay? See, for Warhammer, it's all about your army story, okay? It's about so now my general has a story about how I killed a Bretonnian. So now I'm going to try to get myself a Bretonnian head, and I'll put it on a shoulder pad on a spike. But the thing is, it's all about your story. Every game adds to your story. Your paint jobs, your kit bashing. When you give your army a story, you give it a life and a motivation, and it makes your hobby fun. So when you're painting it, you're thinking of the story. Now, a lot of my guys used to have names, not characters. So, but yeah, this hobby is so much more than just moving around plastic men and rolling dice. It's a lot. It's interaction with other people. It's people skills. It's eye-hand coordination. It's bringing out the storyteller in you. Man, this hobby is like a diamond, my friend, and there's like so many facets. Okay. Now, yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, GW can be greedy and make moves we don't agree with, but they're a company, my friend. These guys need to make money, okay? They're not doing it out of their goodwill. We're just lucky it's a good game. I think it's a good game. Some other people would disagree and agree, but that's okay, because you know what? It's not going to destroy my experience playing this game if somebody else doesn't like it. I don't care. I mean, I feel bad they don't enjoy themselves, and I can understand they might have a valid reason, but I'm not going to let other people's, opinion of the game affect mine. Because right now, and I already had a negative experience with this game system already. I spent a lot of money back in 8th edition, because I was buying stuff crazy. The end times were a fun blast, my friends. It was actually quite fun, the end times. It got everybody involved. Nobody knew the world was going to blow up. I bought all this cool terrain, Winds of Magic. I bought all this cool stuff thinking we were going to be using it. I thought this was going to move the chapter forward. So here I am, picking up this book 10 decades later. No, 10 years later. It's nice to be able to pick up and have a second chance. So now that's why I'm gung-ho about gluing together 1,000-point force, getting them all paint ready. So basically, once I get this 1,000 points of Night Goblins kind of wrapped up, where I get a 1,000-point list, I'll get all that painted, and I'll be ready to play. And then we'll take our vampire counts, and these will go on the shelf, and then we'll work on the vampire counts, and then start the orc army. I'm always going to have two armies kind of going in the process. So once the Night Goblins are done and on the shelf, then we break out the Orcs. I don't want to have too much to do. See, the problem is I can't help myself, and I love to buy the plastic, okay? I love to buy these models, even though I know when I'm buying them that I need time. But I tell myself, oh, I'll make time for this. I can crank it out. I can do this. Now, my new excuse, my friend, is I'll get them done because I'm buying them from the channel, okay? So I got to make sure I don't get into that trap because I got tons of stuff already. Dude, I got so much stuff. So much. I have enough to do 1,000 points of Wood Elves. I have enough to do 1,000 points of Dwarves, okay? I got tons of Orcs, so I got enough for 1,000 points of Orcs, easy. So I still got 3 more armies. I can do 1,000 points without even scratching the surface of all the models I have for them. Because, my friends, I was a hoarder. Still am, not. But I love to buy all these things because when I see the boxes, I envision the play experience. So when I see this box in the store, I don't see a box. I see my friends and myself playing the game. And I mean, I totally get that. I buy into that whole myth and legend. That's why we all end up with this plastic. I'm going to knock this stuff out. Dude, I got models that have been around since 6th edition. Dude, I got models I bought in the 2000s, man. Late 1990s that I have not put together, okay? And here I am window shopping, wanting to buy stuff. So thank goodness a lot of this Warhammer stuff has been sold out, my friends, because I would have bought it already. Look, I already bought this Vanguard, But yeah, I needed the models, sure. The Squig Hoppers mostly, Did I need the extra Night Goblins? Nah, not really. I got plenty if I wanted them. Did I need the extra Trolls? Not really, but I wanted them, I work hard, and that's what I tell myself. You work hard. Buy yourself some toys. I got all these toys, dude. It's okay because it brings you joy, okay? My wife doesn't mind it because I'm at home. I'm at home instead of being out and about, in the dangerous world. Okay, so we made our goal. We talked about our list. We talked about how I lost. And we got 10 guys in the process. So next time you see them, they should be almost ready to complete, okay? So I got my game in 13 days, okay? So we'll have another video. So the next video is going to be vampire counts, and then it'll be Night Goblins again. Because I want to do every other army. So we had some change, we had some spice, Thank you, my friends. I really appreciate it. This is a fun time. This is a fun time to be a hobbyist. You guys cannot believe the opportunities you had. Back in the old days, it was mail order. Now you can actually print your own models at home. You guys, my younger friends, my younger hobbyists, you are living in the golden age of gaming right now. You have so many things at your fingertips, my friends. The tools with the computers to be able to print your own stuff, make your own models, to be able to get rules basically out of the nowhere. My friends, we are living in the golden age of gaming. This is the best it's ever been. You might not think so, but it is. I was living in the old days, but you had to have a magazine. Bulletin boards. BBS. You would post a comment, and somebody would answer like maybe a couple hours, a couple of days. It's changed, my friend. We're in great times for our hobby. Don't let all the negative videos about this and that and currently what's going on, okay? A lot of those people are complaining. Do they even play the game? Or are they just jumping on the bandwagon so they can complain and get views, okay? Think about that when you see all these videos knocking your hobby, okay? Don't let other people's opinions of what you want to do spoil your fun. A lot of these people making all these videos, they're getting tons of views, but are they really gamers? Do they play the models? Or do they play the video games? Or are they just playing our emotions to get clicks? That's all I'm going to say about the controversy. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, and that's how I feel about it. You don't like it, don't buy it. You know, don't let all these other people hype it up, you know, to something that, they're complaining that they're not involved in. Don't let them spoil it for us by reacting to their mess. If you don't like what GW is doing, don't buy the product. That's how GW listens, not to these little like influencers and people making loud noises. GW listens to the wallet, opening and closing, my friends. That's the sound they hear. If you don't like what GW is doing, you don't buy their products. You go print somewhere else, okay? If you're unfortunate where you only can play in a GW store, then play a different system that doesn't make you mad. Or just don't play for a while. Take a break. Spend your time painting at home. Try to find friends you can play with at your house. I know some friends in different parts of the world don't have room. Here in the United States, I have the luxury of having a whole room for my little hobby. Some people don't have that, okay? If you're mad at GW, don't spend money with them. That's how you teach them, okay? You don't teach them a lesson. That's how you make them listen to you. There's no teaching them a lesson because they're not a person, okay? Only people learn lessons, okay? Corporations learn what makes money and what don't, okay? Don't attach emotions to these problems, okay? If you don't like GW's policies and the stories they tell, then don't buy into the stories. Just use the older stuff. Don't buy into the hype, because the people who are hyping it up, they're making money on it, my friends, but they're just stirring the pot. And once the pot's stirred, they're going to walk away, and we're stuck in it. Our hobby gets tarnished because all these guys make us look like we're lunatics. People already think crazy about us already because we're playing with little army men. I've been thinking about this when I watch videos, but I don't like to. I like to be level-headed. So I've been in retail for a long time. So if you want corporations to listen to you, my friends, is basically you just don't buy the product, okay? Because it's so big, so lumbering, that they don't hear our voices when we shout with words, okay? But the bean counters, the people who count the pennies, oh my God, they pay attention to the money. And that's how you let you guys know. Okay, my friends, it's enough time to, we gotta wrap it up, okay? So I'll have another video in a couple of days. So next time I see you, I'll be working on my vampire counts, okay? So now that we're playing 1,000 points, I got a lot more flexibility, and we can work on different models now, okay? Thanks for watching and liking. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I brought the controversy into our videos, but it has to be addressed by everybody in this hobby as a community so we can resolve this mess and leave it behind us and pay attention to the important things, which is spending fun times together, putting together our cool models, okay? That's what matters. Not what these other people tell us what matters. What matters is you and your friends having fun. That's why we give them money. If it wasn't fun, we wouldn't give them money. If it stops being fun for you, don't give them money. Okay, friends, gotta go. I gotta be up at 5:30 a.m. So I'll talk to you later, friends. Goodbye, goodbye.